This is the Crossings at Carlsbad, one of the most unique public golf courses, honestly, in Southern California. It was built in the mid-2000s, and it's a championship-style municipal course that was a huge investment for the city. One of the most expensive public golf courses ever built, and when you see it from the air, honestly, it makes sense. With big elevation changes, coastal winds, massive greens, and long carries, it gives a link-style feel, but with a very California twist. It's the kind of course that makes you feel unstoppable one hole and completely humbled the next. This is every shot of the Crossings at Carlsbad. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the channel. At the Crossings today, honestly, one of my favorite courses. I think this was the first golf course that I played when I moved down to San Diego. Here we are, hole 1. It's a great opening hole. You want to cut the corner if you know where to go, and that's not what I do here. The target is that bunker just out ahead, and you want to go left of that. If you hit a good drive, you'll be down there deep. That's not where I am. I pushed it out to the right, which gives me this really tough downhill lie. And it was wet. It was cold. It had rained a little bit today. The course was soft. And so I have 5-iron here, putting me behind this tree. Real tough. This is not what you want to have on this opening hole. You definitely want to give yourself a shot in on the green, especially because it's a 2-tiered green. And here, this was actually a pretty okay chip. Just put ourselves greenside fringe. And it's hard to tell with the various camera angles about how undulated these greens can actually play. But the goal of playing the Crossings is give yourself shots to be able to hit the middle of the green, or when appropriate, put it on the right tier. So starting off with a bogey, not ideal, but this is where we come to hole 2. Very, very gettable par 4, especially if you're a longer hitter. Today with the wind and the cold air, it just kind of felt thick in the air. Pause. You can drive the green if you're a longer hitter. I hammered that ball and was still short, and so this is not a bad look. This is kind of the ideal setup right here. This is also a green that has a ridge that runs right down the middle, and so wherever the pin location is, you want to play long one club or short one club. And here, I just babied it. Just didn't give it enough, but we're on the right side of that spine that runs right down the middle of the green. So here was a terrible read, and you're gonna find that as the video progresses, that is the name of the game today. Just really bad reads, and here's the demise of my game. Real tough, real tough. Really grateful for my buddy Ben keeping me locked in all day. Great vibes. Brings us to hole number 3. I love this par 4. It's a blind tee shot. If you're gonna go left, it's going to play in your favor, but it's a lot more narrow. Right is a lot more favorable. That's what I'm opting to do. And there's a bunker that sits right in the middle of the fairway. Just go left or right of that. That's all you want to do. Sorry for the plane noise. This course does sit right next to Palomar Airport, and so you will constantly have jets taking off over ahead of you. With this approach shot right here, I was not upset by any means. Now you can see the undulation of this green is pretty significant, and I just didn't get it up. On that putt right there, blasting it by. You got to learn how to settle it down, and that's just not ideal. 3 bogeys in a row. We are officially now on a train. We have to bring an end to it. But that's kind of been my game right now. Gonna be really honest with all you. Just really been struggling with the flat stick. If you've been watching any of my course vlogs, you've been seeing it. Hole number 4, really fun par 3, a little bit longer. Here I think I have 8-iron in hand here, and I just hit it a little high on the face. I'm okay with this. We're giving ourselves a chance. Thank you for a little favorable bounce off of Ben's ball right there. This is by no means a tough putt. Just got to give it pace. and I scuff the putter. Just the worst feeling. So the train continues on. We are now +4 after 4. Not ideal. Not ideal. Here we are, par 5. This is hole 5, first par 5 of the day. And depending on how the winds are playing, it will really affect your tee shot. We had wind in the face pretty severe. And so the goal here is the marker in the middle of the fairway on top of that hill provides like, all right, left or right of it. If you go left of it, you need to be long to catch the speed slot. Right of it, if it's a harder condition, is going to play well. Here, this is actually a layup with a 3-wood. I just wanted to keep it low under the wind, run it down there. I was really, really happy with this shot. Split the bunkers all day long and you will be fine. I'm feeling really good about this approach right here. Really, really good about this approach. It's like 50 yards. Threw on a little divot tracer for my boy Luke, who always shouts those out. And we just left it short. I was so stoked about that contact, the vibe, everything about it. I thought was really, really good, and just left it a little bit short. But you can see here a ton of ridges in this green. So being short was okay. Our chip up here, not bad. Giving ourselves a chance. And does the train continue? Nah, we got it. We finally end it. There it is. We broke it. Alrighty, hole 6. Really fun par 4. I'm going to be honest, you don't need as much club here as you think. If you're going to go right at the bunkers, aim to plan to be a little bit short of it. I'm pulling 3-wood here, knowing that I have enough club to clear bunkers if needed, but my target line was a pretty aggressive one. I just got a good swing on the club. We have 9-iron in hand here, and now it's a relatively blind shot. So just know the undulation of this golf course is pretty severe. I did not hit a good shot here. This was thin to win, as the pros would say, and put myself on the back of the green with a massive ridge. So the fun roller coaster putt continues. This was okay. It was a good speed. But you don't need to put yourself in that position if you just hit your spots. That is what this course rewards. If you hit, okay. Just feel the shame on that one. Alrighty, hole 7, the next par 5. I now have the wind, but the rain is happening. But if you hit the speed slot, this ball goes. And that's what happened here. Absolutely clobbered this ball. No, I did not carry it 346, but it did run out to 346 because I have 183 on this pin that is on the lower tier. Super fun hole. Water in front. You got this beautiful waterfall that comes down off the right. And this was just a toe ball. Got lucky to clear the water, but just barely. So always take more club than you need on this hole because you have a backstop behind the green. I would always recommend more club than you think. Thought this ball was going to snap a little bit more than it did, but I'm okay with this. Here we are, first real deal look at birdie. And we're just fired up. Honestly, with that start, you just need to play into it. Get yourself fired up. Game of golf is far too hard as it is, so celebrate the wins. That was a massive win. Coming in with a lot of confidence for this next shot. Very, very short par 4. You're going to be tempted to try and go for it on the green. First off, don't slow down pace of play. Pull out a 9-iron like I just did here and just lay up. Don't go for the green. It's a really dumb choice. I see guys do it all the time, and they just kill themselves because they never make it. It's not as short as you think because of how uphill it is and into the wind. This approach shot here felt really good. This is the way that you should play this hole. Play left side fairway so you get relatively a flat spot. The entire fairway slopes hard from right to left, And now we have like a 5-footer for birdie. Back of the cup. Back-to-back birdies. What a very interesting front nine that we have so far. We end on a par 3. It says 107. It was actually playing like 118, 119. And so I have gap wedge in hand here. Put a smooth swing. And we're pin high, just left side of the green. All I'm thinking here is just get it close. Easy little 2-putt. That's all I want to do. And that's what we did. So after 9, we're 3 over, which is pretty sweet given that we were 4 over after 4. And now we're reaching to the back 9, which depending on your skill level, you might not like this back 9 because of how much elevation change happens throughout. It can become intimidating with really narrow fairways like this first one. Again, another really short par 4, and I see guys pull driver all the time. If you are not confident with driver, just pull out an iron like I did, put it in the fairway. You're going to have a wedge in, and that's what you want to do. The pin was a blue pin, and so I was thinking longer than it was, and I ended up flying the green a little bit here. Put myself in a really uncomfortable position for chipping right here. This is really, really steep. Just trying to land it really soft. Let it run it, do its thing, and it doinked.
That would have been so sick.
Doinked off the pin, but we start off with the par. Definitely turning the round to a positive here. This next hole, hole 11. Again, another short par 4, but with how drastic the elevation changes, don't pull driver here. You're going to spray it out to the right and you're going to lose your ball, or you're going to hook it left and lose your ball. That's basically the thing, is if you are not in the fairway, your ball is gone. And so I pulled hybrid here, laid up way short of the bunker, give yourself a nice, comfortable, flat look. And we're just doing a little wedge in. It's all we want to do. Like, I'm telling you, when you play this course, think, I want to hit spots. I don't want to pull the big stick out and try and rip driver every single hole. You really want to hit spots. That was just an unfortunate putt. And that's the compound mistakes, right? If you're not giving yourself very easy looks, you're just going to keep making mistakes. And so the flat stick for me has been the bane of my existence right now. Brings us to hole 12. The drive from 11 to 12 might be the longest drive from hole to hole, I think, in San Diego. Might be in the world. Quite honestly, I feel like you need to switch carts because you might run out of battery with how far of a drive it is. It's pretty, like what you see is what you get. Hit it right down the middle of the fairway. It's a slight dogleg right to another tiered green, and this pin can get brutal depending on what shelf it is. Today was very favorable. Very, very favorable. I did not put it on the right tier of the green, and so I have myself a really long putt for birdie. Because of just how uncomfortable I've been, wasn't good effort. Just so frustrating. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Yeah, I flipped off my ball there. Yeah, enough said. We now go into hole 13. Very, very, very short par 4. Everybody pulls driver. It's the same thing over and over again. Just don't do it. Give yourself a nice wedge in. So I'm hitting hybrid here. My goal was like hit it to like 110 to 120 out, and that's what I have. Gap wedge, pins in the back. This is actually a really cool green because it's like a massive bowl. So I know I needed to get it back there. Really good strike. Was really happy with this. It didn't rip as I thought it was going to. It actually just kind of hit and stopped. This effort right here was actually pretty good. Just a little too much pace.
Burn the edge.
All right, we got about 8 feet now for par. Just forget about it. just forget about it. Yeah, very frustrating. Brings us to the shortest par 3 on the course. This is just a little wedge, but probably the most drastic change of elevation on the green. I mean, just a huge mound that sits to the right there. There is so many factors that makes this golf course tough. It's not just the undulation. Shout out to Ben, watch this. Cool guy putts. See, if you don't care about the putt, it usually goes in. That's just kind of this, I don't know, like rule of golf. And so I have been putting a lot with the club between my legs and just kind of like tapping it. But that's not a way. I need to just get the yips out of my mind. This helps. It helps build the confidence.
Yes.
We're just stoked about pars. All right, the target line here is the end of the trees in the way distance. That's the target line. And this was one of the best balls that I've hit on this hole in a really long time. If you are a relatively long hitter, going straight where you see the fairways, your ball will be gone. You'll just fly the fairway. It's a pretty severe dogleg left, and so trust it. Like aiming at the building that's up at the top right of the screen right now, that's a good start point, or anything left of that if you're long enough. This is 190, 6 iron in hand. I felt real good about this.
Let's go.
Just need to keep the vibes high. Okay, we're giving ourselves our first eagle look of the day. Just put it close. Not even close. So immature. So not good. Now I have a tester for birdie. Need this. I knew that I needed a birdie.
We're alive.
Came into this hole with that game plan. Just needed a birdie.
That was sketch. That was not comfortable.
All right, we go back-to-back par 5s. That was the game plan. I had to birdie. And I was just, how can we save this round? Make something cool, be an athlete. I love the look of this hole. A drastic drop off of a tee box, especially if you play for the tips. Today we weren't. We were playing up at the whites and just having fun with it. And depending on where you put that ball, that bunker very much can come into play. But you do want to be on the right side, because this is then a dog leg left to a blind shot. And so you can't even see the green. It's just over the top of the trees. So I just shot a field goal, and honestly, it was one of those things that like close my eyes and swing as hard as I can, and had no idea. And it turned out great. I was so pleased to come up and see this. I mean, the stoke level was definitely at an all-time high. That ball kicked really funny. It's just how the greens play here. But here we go, another look for birdie. The boys are rallying. Boys are rallying. Our boy Blake, he came out. He actually works at the crossings and brought out a couple diet sodas for me and BG, and he just rallied with us. It was actually super fun having him there just spectating. All right, hole 17. Severe downhill, par 3. You gotta hit your spot, and I pulled it, but we're putting. But you will see, this is an extremely undulated green. It goes massive left, and then it should go right, but I just didn't hit it high enough. Speed was good. I'm okay with this. Now, uncomfortable length for me right now with how my game's been going, but we're rallying. Honestly, big believer that if you just keep your head level, your emotions in check, anything can happen. Golf is a very, very long game. So coming into hole 18, all I'm thinking here is like, I would love to birdie this hole. Would love to birdie. And that's not the thought that you want, because then you try and force it. And that's what happened here. First wild tee shot besides hole 1, and it was really sketch. If you are not in the fairway or left, it is very, very likely that you're going to be dead. Because of how soft it was, I got so lucky here, and it literally hung up just on the edge before this wasteland. Now we just have a 55-degree in onto the green, and this one I just wanted to try and get as close to the center. I have about 25 feet left for birdie. This green actually always plays pretty quick, and it was a good roll. It was a good way to end. I was actually pretty pumped about this. We finished 4 over. I just want to say thanks for watching today. Shout out to my boy Ben and Blake for coming along in the journey. And thank you so much for all the support. It's been really fun doing all this content. If you haven't checked out some of my other course vlogs, go and head over to my channel, take a look, and it would mean a lot if you would subscribe, throw a like, comment, share it to, I don't know, your mom, your grandma. Again, means the world. Thanks everybody. Catch you on the next video.